Welcome back. This is still the Polity on Kaftan Television, reaching you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. And right now, I've been joined by a guest in the studio to talk about the minimum wage, the negotiation between the federal government and the Nigerian Labour Congress. And my guest is no other than Habib Gajo, who is a public affairs analyst. You're welcome to the studio once again.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome. It's good to have you. Well, time is no longer on our side, so let's kickstart. This is the second time the NLC has turned down the federal government's offer on national minimum wage negotiation. We record that the first negotiation yielded no fruit, whereby the Nigerian Labour Congress worked out in the course of the negotiation, where the federal government was proposing 54,000 naira, while Labour, there wasn't negotiation from Labour because they were still bent on 615,000 naira. And as of today, the federal government has come up to say again, okay, look at what we are bringing on the table. We are offering 54,000 naira. And Labour has shifted its demand from 615,000 naira to 500 initially, and now down to 497,000 naira. Quickly bring us on speed on what your thoughts in all of this are.
Well, what we are witnessing between Labour and the federal government, there is what we call push back and push, back and front. Most times negotiation is based on a decision making. There is the first one they worked out, so there was no negotiation.
Yes.
But this one, there was a negotiation.
Yes.
There was input and output of the negotiation.
Okay.
You understand? But the federal government is not sincere to the Nigerian workers, in the sense that they are not coming up very well. They should look at the type of hardship they put on Nigerians. The politicians are mismanaging the economy, destabilizing the economy, and increasing everything. Even yesterday, the central bank increased almost everything. And life is so hard for Nigerians. People are miserable. You understand? And how do you expect a federal worker and a private sector to pay transport to the work and eat with his family and educate them and healthcare, and also parent with 54,000 naira? I think they are not sincere. The labor union has made their own breakdown of a minimum of family of 5. You have 3 children and your wife, you are 5. It will cost you each person is 500 naira. You understand? When you compare, if you put the price of maybe bread, milk, and sugar, maybe with beans or...
Did you say it will cost you 500 naira?
Maximally.
I think as at the last time, the last packet of Milo is about 200, a bit 250.
Yes, so that is why I said the Labour is sincere, because they put it as one person 500 naira. So if you calculate 500 naira to a family of 5 daily.
Yes.
You put the transport to the work is another money itself, maybe 500 to 700 naira or 1,000 naira go and come.
Okay.
You understand?
Exactly.
Monthly, calculate that one and come back to the rent. The cost of rent in Nigeria today is not easy. It's not easy for even a business people. Talk less of civil service worker or public service worker or private employee. You understand? So definitely things need to be put in a place. Let the government be realistic. Let them measure their economic inflation and put the price, the minimum supposed to be.
Okay.
You see, during Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, I think, is the first person that increased from 18,000 to 35,000 naira minimum wage.
Okay.
Police, I think police was paid, being paid, corporal or recruit is being paid 8,000, some 10,000. It was a table payment that time. You don't even know how much is your salary, is what they gave you. Umaru Musa Yar'Adua push it to 44,000 naira. Police became comfortable.
Okay.
They stop roadblock, crime reduce, so many things. Police begin to become a good Nigerian police officers. The military also, you understand, the civil service, that 35,000 naira minimum wage at that time, when the dollar was 120 naira. So if you calculate 120, if you divide it by 35,000 naira to is over $150. You understand? So it's enough for you. But now, if you calculate the 52,000 naira, is not up to $20. So how can you work a month with a $20,000? $20 55,000 naira, that is not even up to a half a bag of rice, half bag of sugar, half bag of beans, and so on and so forth. You understand? It cannot buy you tomatoes, onions, and so on. There is omo, you understand, soap, and so on. What you need with your family, and you can take your children to school. The 55,000, I think the federal government need to rethink.
Okay, viewers, our phone lines are now open for you to call in or to ask a question or give in your contribution. Now let's move forward. In the course of the negotiation, the Minister of Labour had said during the negotiation that the federal government has been involved in so many projects, including provision of fertilizers and other issues. And the chairman of the Nigerian Labour Congress stated clearly that she was the one, that's the Minister of Labour, was the one that made the offer of 54,000 naira on behalf of the federal government. Do you see this as a vital reason why the federal government is proposing 54,000 naira as the minimum wage?
Well, it's not, because the former Minister of Labour, former Governor of Plateau State, now a senator, in a Senate hearing or in the Red Chamber, he stood up and made his own contribution. He said at the time the subsidy was removed, when the Labour wanted an increment of salary, had it has been increased and been implemented, we wouldn't have been here today. Because people don't know, Nigerians don't know that unless you pay salary, money will circulate. Okay. You understand? If you are a business person, you understand? Yes, until salary is being paid before you sell. Yes. You understand? So there is a correlation between the wages and the impact of the economy. You understand? Yes. The ordinary people and Nigerians get the money when salary are being paid. The only way we will see more money is at the end of the month. Even we in the market, you understand? Yes. The more we start seeing people start coming, doing shoppings, you understand? We know that salary are being paid. You understand? Yes. So it's just a correlation between the production, consumption, and distribution. You understand? So if they render their services and their services are being paid, then it will come to the consumption where everybody will be happy.
And it circulates.
And it goes round. You understand?
Yes.
So that is why today Nigerians are not happy. That is why today things are going up. Nobody controls anything. You understand? The government are not in control of the businesses and the price, the volatility in the market made everything to shoot up, and today the salary cannot go anywhere, cannot buy you anything. So that is why they need increment. So as for labor, if you calculate 500 naira to a family of 5 in a month, and transportation, housing, rent, health, even the health insurance today is no longer effective again. You understand? So if you took all those things plus school fees and so on, you will see that a worker is just a slave being paid a peanut. And for a minister of labor to come on out and said fertilizer is being, did she know how much the price of fertilizer today is? More than 40,000. Even a primitive farmer and a mechanized farmer cannot afford that 44,000 fertilizer bag. How can a civil servant that his only business is being allowed according to the ethics of his work and the constitution is farming? How can he farm? How can he farm maybe a 1 acre of a farm? It will take more than 4 to 5, for example, 4 to 5 bags of fertilizer, and fertilizer is 44,000. So how can he afford? And today, as we speak, the lending rate is 26.24 thousand percent.
Yeah.
So even the manufacturers are not going to survive in this type of economy. And you now put you are now, the minister is now telling us that fertilizer is subsidized, or what did she say?
That the government has been under the provision of fertilizers and many other projects. That's why they can't afford more than 54,000 naira.
Who asked the government to took more projects that they cannot fund? They are borrowing to fund those projects, and they're putting more burden on us. We are paying all our revenue generation are being put in debt servicing. Last year budget, our debt servicing is almost 21%, while our revenue generation is 18 trillion naira. So the whole 18 trillion naira, if you put it in debt servicing, it will swallow it, and we have not. It's just like we have not generated anything.
Okay, while we're still navigating through this, some states we know are already paying, like the Edo State, Obaseki has already said, okay, he's going to pay 70,000 naira national minimum wage. Why we can also see that Lagos State is beginning to something close to that. But even at that, why the Edo State and the Lagos State is different. There are some other states that we know that they can't even, they're not even paying, they say they can't even to pay the 30,000 naira is a problem. How do you think they can be able to meet up to this new requirement of the Nigerian Labour Congress?
You see, that is why it's good to put a structure that will last.
Okay, what is that structure that will last?
Now, Obaseki in Edo State has a low living standard.
Okay.
You understand? Than other states in Nigeria. And the provision of transportation, electricity, health care, and so on are all being taken care by the government.
Okay.
You understand? You remember when this thing started happening, Obaseki quickly did CNG buses to transport workers even before the salary increment. You understand? And they generated, I think, how many megawatt in Edo State. So electricity is another thing. You understand? What again? Their hospitals, the health insurance is being upgraded. You understand? So if you are being paid 70,000, it's okay and manageable by you.
Okay.
You understand? But in a case of Lagos State has a very good and sound transportation system, in the sense that 200 naira or 500 naira will take you to work and go and come to work. You understand? And food is not a scarce commodity in Lagos. Anywhere you can find a food of your own taste. If you want a wagon with a bread, it's there. If you want beans with yam, it's there. If you want rice and beans, it's there. According to your own level. You understand? You can eat 500 naira, you can eat 600 naira with meat. You understand?
Yes.
So the increment of Lagos State, the workers, it will be okay for them, but where Lagos State will have issues, contrary to Edo, is the rent.
Okay.
Rent in Lagos is very costly, like Abuja.
Yes.
You understand? So in some states like Kano, they have Kano line, Katsina have Katsina line, Bauchi has also, Gombe also have, and so on. They have Nasarawa has on the move. You understand? So the transportation system is okay for those who are working, but the transportation of goods and services where the issue remain. You understand? So those states, they don't generate more revenue than Edo and Lagos. And you know, Edo is a oil producing state.
Yes.
You understand? While Lagos is a commercial nerve center of Nigeria, center of excellence. Also, Kano is also a commercial nerve center. So I think those states will afford, but a state like Maiduguri, like Yobe, like Jigawa, and so on, I think they cannot. Sokoto, even Sokoto cannot afford. Zamfara cannot afford to pay more than 35,000.
Okay.
You understand? But the standard of living is normal. The only thing that is inflation that is hitting people. You get it? Okay. So what the federal government failed to do during the removal of the subsidy, they need to have taken care of all those issues and settle them before removing the subsidy and now the salary increment. So failure to do that, that's what caused this problem. Let me give you, let me tell Nigerians some. When Abacha increased the price of petroleum, kerosene, and diesel, he now created PTF.
Okay.
So
the effect.
Yes, so the 6 naira difference is going to that special account where roads are being built, hospitals are being equipped, schools are being put put to the standard. You understand?
Yes.
We even have PTA bus at that time when we are going to from our campus to town. You understand? Those who lives in town, you can see PTF books and so on and so forth. Even a hospital bed, you can see them. You will see a road by PTF. So that 6 naira difference had made more impact in the economy. That is why the suffering was not too much. You understand?
Yes.
It's only the queues that is biting the scarcity. When Obasanjo came on board and increased the price, he created NAPEP. We have NAPEP buses. We have NAPEP small-scale training centers, and so on and so forth. You understand?
Yes.
Up till today, we have been seeing NAPEP, KK, and buses, and so on.
Exactly.
When Umar Musa Yar'Adua did not increase, he reduced. You understand? And he increased salary. He reduced tax. He reduced petroleum. He regulated diesel and gas.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
And he generated electricity, and he also ended the youth restiveness in the oil producing state, where we'll have gas to power our turbines and get more electricity. Umar Musa Yar'Adua did that. I think he is an excellent man, well-thinking man, and in fact, may his soul rest in peace. He created this NNPC filling station. He bought trailers for NNPC to transport. They are no longer using road transport workers and other commercial tankers. You understand? NNPC tankers. And the same independent marketers and transporters went and met him and said, you have crippled our business. How are we going to survive? He said, okay, you can bring your filling station, we will brand them NNPC, then we'll supply you. We'll supply you, you sell, you pay us. You understand?
Yes.
Trailers, bring your trailers. We'll pay them NNPC. We'll pay you the bridging. And everything became normal. Scarcity disappeared. Life became more easier and simple to Nigerians. Nigerians were so happy at that time. Nigerians are happy people. And even in the world rating of the happy people in the world, Nigeria, I think, rank was almost from top 9, top 10 at that time. But today, look at where we are.
Okay.
During Goodluck, when he wanted to remove subsidy, I think during Obasanjo, we have in Abuja, we have El-Rufai buses, you understand,
yes,
as palliative, and it goes round Nigeria. All states in Nigeria got that buses.
But that reminds me, we barely see those buses. What has happened to them?
And you can see them. Their yard is here at Tipa Garage.
Most of them are not functioning.
They are not functioning because there is no maintenance. You understand? That's what the federal government need to do. Okay, Labour, since that is the case, we already have these buses. Let's convert them to SNG. Let us put a workshop where we will maintain these buses. You understand?
Yes.
People will understand. Nigerians will understand. And Nigerians will, if you go to bus stop, you will see people who are waiting for that bus.
Yes, a lot of people do.
A lot of people are waiting for that bus because it's 200 naira from here maybe to Masaka. You understand?
Yes.
So from here to Gwagwalada, from here to Zuba, up to Madala. You understand?
Okay.
So you have reduced the burden to a worker or a citizen.
Okay.
Now, when Jonathan came, he now introduced Shopee. You understand? We have seen a lot of Shopee works. We have seen Shopee cars. We have seen those taxis. You understand? And some buses. But because the same APC truncated that subsidy removal of President Jonathan, and Buhari came and increased it to 146 naira, 47 naira, and up till today we have not recovered from the damage of 2015 to 2024 of today. That's where our problem is.
Okay.
There is no security, there is no electricity, there is a food scarcity and hunger, starvation, diseases, sanitations. We lack everything. We lack everything.
Okay.
So I think the APC government and the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should come up with a positive way of doing things. You understand? Managing the economy, subsidizing the life of the ordinary people, and taking care of your own workers. Because the more you starve a worker, the more he steals from you.
Exactly.
Even in your farm, if you didn't pay your farm workers, they will steal from the farm. In your shop, the same thing. So in government, it's also the same thing. That is why corruption is more rampant. That's the only way you get money, and that's the only way you survive. Anybody bribes you, you collect, and you do what you want, because you need to transport, you need to feed, you need to take care of your family. You understand? And they are seeing these politicians living an extravagant life. You understand? Buying millions of cars, 150 million naira car, and so on. Buying 1 billion houses, building estates, and so on. Overnight, a poor man has become a rich man because he was elected. And a civil servant that is working, or a private worker that is working for 30 years, 20 years, cannot afford to build a 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom flat. Something is on. Something needs to be done. You understand?
Yes.
Fighting corruption is also one of the key thing that the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu need to do and emphasize. You understand?
Yes.
So that government will have more money, will save more money, and will take care and will pay salary. Not even increasing the salary or remaining it where it is. A salary that is not being paid for 2 to 3 months is like you have killed that person for 1 year. You understand?
Okay, now let me quickly put in this before we move to another topic, because our time is fast kicking. Now, some economists have come out to say, to air their opinion that if federal government should go by labor's demand, that is going to crash the economy and cause some kind of inflation. And some persons have openly said that it's not about meeting up to the expectation or demand of labor. It's about the sustainability of it. So, what's your take on all of this? Do you think it will crash the economy and kind of bring inflation? And if they do you think this is there any possibility of the sustainability?
Now, Messi, during Obasanjo, the inflation rate during the military is almost 22% of inflation rate. You understand? But during Obasanjo, it was crashed to 8%, 7%, single digit. President Jonathan handed over inflation rate at 8.7%.
Okay.
Buhari hit it to 11% at go, double digit. And today we have almost 30-something%, and food inflation is hitting 40-something%, and salary has not been increased. So tell me, if salary is being increased by the labor proposal of 600,000 or 400,000, you understand?
Yes.
Definitely it will go a long way, because things will be easy.
So it's not going to affect the economy at all?
It will not affect the economy. You understand? Because the consumption will stabilize. But now we are consuming aggressively. You understand? Yes. You have to buy more to keep, because tomorrow it will increase. If you budget a basket of tomato of maybe 18,000 naira, 15,000 naira of this month, next month if you come, it is going to be 20,000. So instead of buying next month, you will buy of 2 to 3 months if you have the money to keep it. So that's what's pushing the inflation high and high and high. You understand?
Okay.
So discuss if the availability and the sustainability will crash
the economy.
The economy, it will crash the price, and we will have stable price, stable economy, and everything will be taken care of without any problem. But just check the foreign exchange market. In a foreign exchange market, we have seen where the government crashed the price up to 900 and something to $1 in 3 months, from February to March.
Talking about that, sorry to cut you short, so time is no longer on our side. Talking about the dollar rate and the rest of it.
Yes.
Now, this Tinubu administration is going to be 1 year in office in just few days. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate this administration? Just in 1 minute, because time is no longer on our side.
Well, I will rate them 0 plus or plus 0. You understand? Because they have nothing to show. Nothing. There is no project. There is no how will I put it? Lack of security, lack of electricity, hardship, and so on and so forth. They have done nothing in 1 year, and the Minister of Information himself said they are going to do it low key. Low key means that you don't have things to show. In 1 year, he is supposed to be inaugurating project and commissioning projects. You understand?
All right, thank you so much. I wish time is still on our side, and we'll continue this, but sure, we'll continue that some other time, definitely.
Inshallah.
All right, viewers, at this point, this is where we'll come to the end of today's episode on the POLITY. My name is Emelite, and I hope you do have a wonderful day. See you some other time.